Welcome back to Let's Play Deathmark. So it is time to finally get this investigation underway. There are pictures of the guest rooms on the wall. I shine my flashlight from the safety window. There's only empty darkness inside. The elevator must not be stopped on this floor. Try pulling on the elevator door. Boost slightly if I put all my weight into it. Based on what I can see from the window, the elevator isn't on its floor. Open it just makes it easier to fall to the bottom. It's the entrance to the reception booth. Yeah, this is annoying because you think, oh yeah, you're gonna go into the reception booth and it'll be a new room, but no. We just go in there, blank screen, and we pick up this key ring has been left carelessly on the front desk. Ring has a tag that reads for emergencies. Emergency key ring. And that was the extent of that. We don't get to see the insides of the room. Nice, looks like you found something useful right off the bat. It says it's for emergencies then. Your looks at the door to the right. Might open the door to the emergency stairs. Yeah, that's right. Pretty crappy looking hotel, isn't it? I mean, it has been run down for a year, but still. It's a display case holding various products. Painting is clearly out of place among them. Masquerade wife. This is important for a little later on. This will be something we'll have to piece together. It's a clue of sorts. It's a picture of a masked woman wearing a wedding gown. Also, what do you think this ghost is going to be like, eh? So, what ghost? It's clearly, as you know, everyone's been indicating. It's like, no, it's probably just, rumors, probably logical, non-paranormal explanation for everything. No, it's obviously going to be a ghost. So what do you think the ghost's going to be like? Because I ain't saying. I'll just say that it's something. It's like, well, of course it's something. It's a spirit. But I won't spoil what it is like. I'll just say that is kind of interesting. You'll see the clues as we go along through this chapter that will, hint at what kind of appearance to expect. So get used to seeing like little hallways like this, But we can actually go in a room and stuff. I've noticed the soundtrack seems different here. Is it the same as... I mean, was this, wherever this ambient kind of sounds are, was in the main game? I can't remember. Masquerade wife. Picture of a masked woman gazing at a man. Kind of picking up yet on what these portraits are going to, well, don't have the context for it, but you can probably see where the pattern of it's going to play. It's a square, brightly coloured plastic object. I can't see the whole thing, so I can't tell what it is. Try pulling on it, but it doesn't budge. I'll have to lift the bed up a little more if I want to get it out. Glance over at Hero, but I don't think she'd be able to help me with this. Maybe I should just search elsewhere for now. Yeah, we'll have to come back later for that. So it only has a bare mattress. The mattress doesn't seem to be fixed in place. I should be able to shift it. I lift up the mattress and look underneath. I notice a notebook lying there. Guestbook 202. Guestbook, why? It's just... I flip through it. Inside a picture's drawn in colored markers. Hotel Masquerade's guestbook. Feel free to write about the sweet time you spent together. No. Clearly they didn't need to be told twice. Still, I can't believe anyone would treat this hotel like this would write such things. But you know what they say about assuming every single page is filled top to bottom with lewd, suggestive comments. Ah, so that's what people do. A hero! Suddenly, a hero is peeking over my shoulder at the guestbook. Instinct makes me try to hide it, but she plucks it from my hands. There's no reason to hide it, we're not children. Yeah, let's see here. See. At first she looks through it, humming a little tune to herself, but she starts acting odd. What's the matter here? What? I'm fine, I've just had enough. Stuff that vulgar does things to your head. So take it back. She's the one who grabbed it in the first place. Eyes fall on the page it landed open on. Looks like it's the last entry in the guestbook. There's something written in Vin's scrawling letters. This is bad, so I might have read this out. This rumor that she tell to the teacher and said she's going to fuzz. So bad. What shoes? That's all I can make out. You know, it's such a common trope in games. I mean, this is kind of like visual novel mostly, but video game same. Where there's just diary entries like this, and they're all spread out. It's not like this in one place. You just get bits that are just ripped out or written in something else and just scattered all over the place. It doesn't make sense, does it? That's all I can make out. Teach, that phrase. Well, I'm sure. Must be a student. Yeah, I think so too. But isn't that strange? A girl her age isn't normally at a hotel like this. Oh. It's schoolgirl prostitution. That would be a reasonable assumption. It's horrible, but that's the only logical conclusion. Doesn't mean this entry. Sounds like she was panicking over having things linked by a friend. How stupid can she get? Ridiculous yourself. Kids have their own issues to deal with too. It's not such a black and white situation to be able to say that you got what you deserve. Though at least one thing is being made clear thanks to these notes. Sounds like the rumors about this place being tied to a crime scene. It's obvious that there was a lot of illegal stuff going on. Sounds logical enough. The number on the guestbook must refer to the room number. There may be more guestbooks. If we can get more info from these entries, we might be able to figure out what happened. Let's keep an eye on it. A Venetian mask with a creepy expression hangs on the wall. Were they hung there to match the hotel's theme? Still really creepy. I mean, people come to these hotels to get it on. That would make you be like, no, I'm not in the mood now, I'm creeped out. The power cord and phone line have both been cut. The phone can't be used. Does this place even have running electricity? Open the door to the bathroom. I mean, it's been shut down for like a year. Mirror is stained but still functional. I can see myself in it. I peer into the mirror in the dark. I don't see anything, but it still creeps me out. It feels like you could have like a CG for that, you know, and just staring in the mirror. But if you did that, then you have to be like, oh, but then you have to have the ghost appear behind them, so you'd have to have two different CDs. I'll get back to investigate back in the screen. The bathtub is stained with dust and slime. Slime? Trash can has a giant crack in it. It probably happened when it was knocked over. Nothing else here, alright. Wrong! Oh, I see. Should look at the map at the top there. It's a bit confusing looking, isn't it? Looks pretty cheap, but seems in decent enough shape. The drawer is locked. Seems to be a simple stopper type lock, like one you'd find in a writing desk. Why don't you just break it? Shouldn't that be a last resort? Seems like a natural choice for mammalian primates, hominids. Why do you word it like that? Like, because I'm a scientist. There are iron bars covering the window. My sturdy iron bars seem to be a little much if they're only there to stop you from falling. Yep. Speaking of, I don't know, can't. There we go. What you call it? Yeah. You know the scientific names for, humans and all that. I mean, maybe it was a joke or maybe it was legit, but I remember seeing somewhere like Homo erectus. I'm not sure if that's an actual, thing or not. Back when our ancestors, roamed the earth, there were other, types of hominids, like the Neanderthals, the Devonians, and whatnot. Was there Homo erectus as well? Because I can't remember if that was a thing or not, but it just sounds hilarious, doesn't it? Or maybe it's just because, I have a child's sense of humor. It's pretty cheap, but it seems to use no shape. I might examine the same thing when I take a close look at it. I spot a crack between the drawer and the top. Object flashing inside seems to be a lock stopper. If I stick something thin in there, I might be able to break the clasp and open it. But it's locked. But we can do something about that. We'll leave it there. Iron bars covering the window. Sturdy iron bars seem to be a little much if they're only there to stop you from falling. Put one hand on the bed and lean my weight on it. Spring simply creaks rhythmically. Check behind the wire door, but all I find is an empty cardboard box. Yeah, these things are completely pointless. In my search to see if anything is inside, I only get dust on the fingers. Totally spewing the horrid stench of sewage. Disgusting. Nothing back here. No, you have no mirror in this one. I shine my flashlight through the safety window. I can see inside the elevator. It seems to be stopped on the second floor. Try pulling on the elevator door. Move slightly if I pull all of my weight on it. It's impossible to open it alone. If I had some help, I might be able to force it open. Want to give it a try? Lend me a hand. What? Are you serious? Fine, I guess I can try. On my count. 1, 2. Yeah. We muster all our strength and try 2 or 3 times, force it open. But sorry, it's too much. I'm not sure I'm strong enough. Unfortunately, we're unable to open it. Much like with the beds, we can't do this with you. Go up. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman walking with a cane. No creepy mask. Oh, never mind. It's still there. Large air conditioning unit. It's tinted yellow, maybe from tobacco resin. The vase holds some cheap fig flowers. It's a really old phone. It's covered in a thick layer of dust. Look around the bedside table and find a spoon. Were they eating dessert in here or something? The spoon is stained black. Nothing else. This chapter is going to be really weird with some of the items you use. I'm going to go to the bathroom. So I'll seem relatively clean. The toilet itself doesn't seem to be broken. How can you be sure? Open the door and check the toilets. Find a wallet covered in black stains. Around the toilet or in the toilet? Oh, that's mold. Try not to breathe it in. Is anything inside? Alright, check inside it. There isn't any cash, but a credit card. I guess probably dropped this, but the stains make it so I can't read the name on the card. Should use that to ID one of the guests. Don't you think you should take a visit? Yeah, you're right. I don't think anything comes of the name that was originally on there. I reply is half-hearted, so I'm distracted by the stains. I don't mention it to Hero, but the stains on the card look like old blood stains. Well, what's worse, old blood stains or old shit stains? Toilet paper is stuck to the bottom of the trash can, but other than that, it's empty. A thin layer of dust coats the mirror everywhere but one spot, which is wiped clean. If I squint, the clear portion looks like a hand. Does this belong to someone who snuck in here, or is it the work of someone else? Well, this is different. A Spanish donkey lies in the corner of the room. I don't want to imagine what it was used for. The part that looks like it was, the neck is broken and the head is missing. Inside the glass case are whips and ropes. They're rather shoddily made. I doubt they would survive being used. There's an unnatural space along the wall. Made by the stain, it's like something else hung here. This is the BDMS room then, I suppose. Did I get that term right? It's like, no, it's B whatever the hell. You know, bondage and shit. It looks undamaged at first glance, but the roof frame is warped, so it's jammed shut. Put my hand on the door and try pulling. But it doesn't move at all. Just give up. You might break it if you force it. Can't do anything about that just yet. I shine my flashlight through the safety window. There's only empty darkness inside. The elevator must not be stopped on the floor. Try pulling on the elevator door. I'm gonna try this again. Move slightly without all my forces. Based on what I can see from the window in the elevator isn't it? Hopefully it just makes it easy to fall to the bottom. I take the stairs and exit out into the hallway. Wait, what? Hero suddenly shouts. Isn't this the third floor? Don't be ridiculous, you're just imagining things. I'm sure she's just mistaken. I shine the flashlight at the floor number. Black. It says we're on the third floor again. Hero's face goes completely pale. Wait, were we on the third floor then? Yes, that makes sense, because you're now on the fourth floor. Number 4. You know, death. I mean, it seems to not just be in Japanese, really. I can understand why it's, you know, kind of like got a superstition around the number 4. Because you know you got like it's like yon is for, but for can also be she, and deaf is she. So I can see why they'd be like, okay, you know, it sounds like you're saying deaf or something, you know, when you say the number 4 in that way. But what about like in Chinese, for example? Would the same thing apply there, where they just happen to have number 4 and deaf also sound the same? That's a bit weird. His face goes completely pale. Absurd! We just came up from the 3rd floor. Just as Hero said, we definitely just climbed up from the 3rd floor before. So why are we back on the 3rd floor? Might just be a weird fluke. Let's try again. Right. We climb stairs again like actors in a play. Sure enough, we come back out on the 3rd floor. Impossible. This time I'm sure it's an optical illusion, that's it. There must be a trick with the lights. Hero has completely lost it. I made absolutely sure that we were heading to the 4th floor from the 3rd. Yet this is obviously the 3rd floor. If we're not hallucinating, this is real, then there are 2 possibilities. One is that all the floors above the 3rd floor are intentionally made to look like the 3rd floor. The other is that some mysterious power is stopping people from going to the 4th floor. Sound like that will only make things worse. How about we give up on the 4th floor? We'll search the places we can get to. Yeah, sure. As you can see, this is indeed the 3rd floor. So that's the same. Oh wait, I didn't notice this. It's an object with an iron cover. It's some kind of electrical device. I wouldn't do anything with it just yet. Now that we've got that card, we can do something with it. The question is, which room was it? It wasn't this room. Emergency use number keys are on in the small one that is labeled firefighter. I think that's going to come into play later on. Up back to that, guests are free to write in one page. Different than the rest, blah 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 blah. Spoon! Command scoop. Range short. A spoon that appears to have stained after being used and then abandoned. Command insert. Range short. A credit card from a moldy wallet. Incredibly dirty, so the name immediately legible. But we can use it for this. My mind made up. I take out the credit card. What are you gonna do with a credit card? I want to try something. I don't know if it'll work though. I slowly push the card into the lock gap between the drawer and the top. It's a narrow fit, but I'm able to slide it in without any resistance. Stopper is directly ahead. So I keep sliding the card. There's a tiny bit of resistance and it abruptly unlocks. Ah, nice work. Truly the pinnacle of monkey evolution. Is that really a compliment? In any case, I'm the drawer to find. You know, it's like, wouldn't it be ape evolution? I mean, yeah, there's a thought. It's like, you know, down the evolutionary line, or rather back in the evolutionary line, you know. It's like our closest living relatives are apes. Monkeys are a bit more distant than that, but you know, somewhere down the line we have a common ancestor. And well, that's that. Okay, so I'm the draw to find Guestbook 201 and Mini Massager. Remember when I said there's going to be some weird use of items in this chapter? That's gonna be one of them. Battery operated massager, huh? Well, I'll leave it use up to your imagination. Well, up to imagination in general. There are more guest books after all. Let's see, what did it say? No, I'll look through this one. I firmly take the guestbook from Hero. I just learned that it's better to not let her see anything too shocking. Oh, come on, I just want to read through it for future reference. Future reference, eh? Our investigation takes priority. I quickly flip through the pages looking for a clue similar to what we found earlier. Doesn't take me long to find it. It's the last entry in this guestbook, just like the other one we found. Something's up. The fuzz hasn't come. Did Cole really tell? This end acting normally too. I'm reading it in this kind of stupid way, but it's probably a girl now, isn't it? Sa hasn't been to school recently. That's all I can make out. Sounds like the one we read earlier. Fully supports my earlier theory that for whatever reason, this person is like, let's write out cryptic details of this in the back of these diary entry things, these guest books, for no apparent reason. Yeah, I guess so. There's definitely criminal activity going on here. These vivid entries prove it. But why wasn't this reported? Good question. This entry makes it sound like she was being backed to the court. Someone was plainly threatening to tattle, and it was someone they knew. It wouldn't be this shaken otherwise. Supposedly this person reported it to the teach too. The entry says that in the end, the fuzz, aka the police, never came. I just find it weird I was worded like that, the fuzz. It's just like, this seems kind of out of place. You know, that makes me wonder, Japanese, would they also have different names for the police as well, other than, let's actually look. Well, why did I put the dictionary? Let's look for police in here. Police, Keisatsu. Policeman, Keika. Police station, Keisatsu Sho. Policewoman, Fujin Keika. Okay. Probably not pronouncing all those very well. But, point is, I wonder if, it's just like, it's the fuzz, it's the pigs, you got these different kind of derogative kind of terms for the police. Would Japanese language also have that? Would they have their own little kind of terms to describe the police? Probably. I don't know. Can't come to a conclusion just yet. All we can do is speculate. We both freeze for a moment. All is silence. Is there a noise from above just now? Yeah, someone might be above us. The third floor. No one was around when we were there earlier. Should we go see? Sadly not. To the third floor we shall go then. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Wait, no, I went the right way. Back to the third floor. So directly above us would be this nice step, foot on the third floor. Suddenly get a chill and stop in my tracks. Find something. No, nothing. Just as I'm replying to Hero,
Sensei.
I hear a voice from behind me. Quickly turn around and shine my flashlights. But all that's there is the door to the emergency stairs that we just came from. There's no one there. What's wrong? Do you not hear that voice? A girl's. The metal door screeches like a scream, and suddenly a girl in a solid red raincoat is standing in front of us. That she is. Wait, she's human. That ghost story was another lie. Hero, shh. Quiet, I can hear something. Huh? A slivering whisper of a voice sneaks up to me. It's the voice of the girl in the raincoat. I knew it. I'm so glad I trusted you, sir, Sensei. Sir. No, I wonder if that's... I mean, obviously it would be in the dictionary, but I wonder if it's on the English diction has a, dedicated to Sir. Nope, but how about Mr.? It's more or less the same thing. No, it doesn't have any. I like how it's just like, you got Mr., Mrs., and Miss. All three of those, Sam. It's just basically, just add that to the end of the name, and you'd have Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. Well, let's, look at the Japanese section. I mean, I know what the bloody word means, but just for the hell of it. Sensei. On its own, the word is used to mean teacher and doctor, and it is used as a way of addressing teachers, professors, doctors, politicians, and lawyers, both directly or as a title attached to a family name. So we can assume in this case, based on what we know so far, probably indicating teacher. Hero gave me an odd look from behind me, beside me, and I muttered. Seems she can't hear the voice at all. I knew it. I knew you'd come. But sir, Sensei, who is that woman? The echoey voice is like ice. Strangely enough, I don't feel hatred. Just sadness, regret, and a quiet relief. I'm going to make sure. Make sure what? The logical side of me warns not to get pulled in. Raincoat flutters in the stagnant air. Live or die. It's been a while. First live or die of the post-game chapter. Sir, you come to places like this very often. Calm down. That's right, sir. I'm someone to respect. If I were someone to respect, how would I reply? Sometimes it's my first time, maybe. Lies. Usada. Roar. I mean, it probably is, for Yashiki's probably never been to these places. Fate. Proceed to die. For an instant, I think skill has vanished then. Someone falls on my head. Game over. Continue. Ghost Girl! The correct answer is clearly, you're faithful. You only come here with your wife, not anyone else. Even though you're not married. Yes, of course. Hey sir, could you tell me please? Another teacher told me that I'm heartless and don't treasure my friends. If something's wrong, then it's wrong. What am I supposed to do? Which is more important, friends or what's right? right? Tell me one more thing, please. When people are selling and buying bad things, then who's in the wrong? This world is all messed up. Oh, I guess we both. Or maybe the buyers, I don't know. We survive regardless. Survived.
嬉しい。
You're really him. All the immoral people died. I can just glimpse a twisted smile under the darkness of her hood. Who is this sir? More importantly, who in the world is this girl? Questions swirl around in my head. Not a second of hesitation. Figure the girl sways like a pendulum and disappears into the staircase. And Hero dashes madly after her. Thanks, Hero. Now that you've got some voice acting going on, it'll help to sync up the audio. Especially how you yelled that line. Hero dashes madly after her. Hero, don't go! I desperately call after her, but there's no reply. Footsteps echo sharply up the stairs. Shit! Stop! I better follow her. New info. Counted with Red Riding Hoods. Let's actually check the information as we go about it this time now, instead of right at the end like I did previously. If someone comes in, yeah, we already read that. Yeah. Met a girl in a red raincoat inside the abandoned hotel. For some reason, she calls me sir and asks me questions, as if she wants to confirm something. Before she vanishes, I hear her whisper, "All the immoral people died." More pressing, Hero dashes up the stairs after her. Without me, it's too dangerous. But rather, without me, it's too dangerous. I need to follow her. She head up to the 4th floor. I just read really fast sometimes and don't, stop to pause. Gets us to make up for the fact that I ramble a lot. We go up. Went beyond the 3rd floor though. I expected it, but sure enough, I'm back in the 3rd floor hallway. Doesn't seem to be a way to go up to a higher floor in this hotel. Then where did she go? Some mysterious power is at work here. And Hero dashed off to head upstairs on the 3rd floor. Maybe she's still on this floor then. If it's impossible to get to the 4th floor, then Hero could still be on this one. I step inside the guest room. Something's not right in here. Oh, are these spiderwebs? When I entered just a little while ago with Hero, these weren't here at all. It's hard to believe it, but the room is covered in spiderwebs now. I hear the bathroom door open. Hero? So this is where you were. Hey, Hero. Are you listening to me? She's acting strangely. Concerned, I move closer when she suddenly starts taking off her clothes. Oh, now that I just realized something. Hero did actually have a CG prior to the one in the previous part. Because we found her, covered in snakes, completely nude. Well, we're gonna get another lewd CG here. She suddenly starts taking off her clothes. Maybe the artist or, someone on the team really liked the character. So she gets like 3 appearances, 2 of which are going to be not lewd. So he starts taking off her clothes. Hey! Then that face though, it's creepy. I mean, seriously, that makes no sense. There was no indication in her regular, portraits that she has large boobs. It's the same with Moe. It's like whoever the artist was just likes big boobs, even if it doesn't fit with what the character looks like. It's like, where were you hiding those? She looks at me seductively from on top of the bed covered in spider webs.
待ってた。あなたが来るのはずっと。
What are you doing? Every word from her lips drips honey. In contrast, my voice only gets shriller. It's so not like her at all. Those entries she read has changed her. Is it really the same hero? Caswell. That's the first time anyone's referred to you by your first name. Oh wait. Yeah, I mean, it's just adding further to her being out of character here. Now you don't address someone with your first name unless you're like really close. Hero gracefully slides over the bed and beckons to me suggestively. I know it's not even his real name. We know now that his name was Asamune or something, Kujo. But he's sticking with his, name that he chose while, he didn't have memories. I guess he's kind of starting over a new leaf here. Hero gracefully, yeah. What are you trying to say? Do you understand the situation we're in? What does that matter? You're here, I'm here, isn't that enough? Is she being possessed, you think? Her pale fires glow on the bedsheet as she poses seductively. She almost looks like a spider preparing to strike after her prey. But with those spider webs all around, that sounds kind of fitting. It's time to live or die. What was his name? Z Frank. His true fact animal is the one on Mantis. On the Brain Mantis, I think it was. It's just like going into detail how the male usually gets literally eaten by its mate, usually after sex. So you just like, it's like, there's a difficult situation, Live or get laid. Live or get laid. We're all alone. Don't hold back. Take a good look. The red raincoat flashes before my eyes. Could it be heroes acting like this because you see, continuing the question from earlier. In that case, a clue would be, remember, what did she say before? Go on, look. Have some shame, lady. How cute. How not so cute. Hero suddenly starts coughing violently. It's hard to breathe. Please, my back. Why would you take off her bra? Pat her on the back. Why would you take her bra off? Your bra is suffocating you. It somehow made your boobs grow larger than they originally appeared, because she didn't look like she had large boobs. I mean, we even see her kind of from the sides. She does not look like she'd have boobs yet. As I touch her, her coughing stops. That feels good. But I know. Hero suddenly lowers her voice. I tried hard during college and at work not to lose to men. But I'm all alone in the end. No one even looks my way. I'm sure you're not interested in someone like me either, Caswell. I wonder if this has any truth to it, honestly. I depend on you to get your shit together so we can get out alive. Survived. Hero's shrill laugh pitches into madness. Hey, get it together! I shake her shoulders repeatedly, but she doesn't reply. Can't be, is she? Her personality has suddenly and dramatically shifted at this crazy laughter. Cold sweat drips down my neck. This is almost like... A diamond showed up. Yeah, what she was saying though, it sounds like she is possessed, but maybe some of the dialogue is actually like playing off of her. Maybe she is like, I mean, obviously she's not really interested in relationships, or maybe she secretly was this whole time, but her personality doesn't really have much compatibility with romance, so she hasn't had any luck with men. Diamond, you came. Sorry I'm late. I rushed over as soon as the patients. Did something happen? You could say that. I'm not sure, but I quickly tell Diamond what's going on. He swiftly examines the laughing hero and turns to me with his findings. No physical trauma, but her mind's confused. She needs to be hospitalized. We're on the 3rd floor. How do we get her out? I've learned a patient carry. We just need to get out or get her on our backs. Come on, we need to hurry. If she's been poisoned, then time is everything. Right, I'll help her. I mean, do we get her dressed first, or are you just gonna carry her out in her underwear? It was a bizarre and horrible night. In the end, Hero kept cackling as we carried her out the hotel, put her in an ambulance, and Diamond rode with her to his hospital. Siren blasts through the night. Exhaustion bears down on me, and I find that I need to sit down. When I come back to my senses and look up, the rain has already stopped. The moment I get back to the mansion, I collapse in bed. Fury rises within me without an eyelids. Why? Why is this happening again? Sure, I see Mary. So then why? Why again? The image of Hero earlier fixes in my mind. Do something. A shrill laugh echoes in my ears. Use talk to continue the next day. It's like, I like how it keeps that feature even though you don't really talk to Mary and she's not there. The sequel, also has spirits and all that, and this has spirit as well in this, despite Mary being sealed. So it's clearly nothing to do with Mary here. If it was nothing to do with Mary in the sequel, it's something different in the sequel. But I wonder if maybe we'll get at some point some, context of like, okay, Mary is sealed away, but she still has like a little bit of influence somehow. Or maybe it's a case of, as seen in the sequel, she's not the only vengeful spirit in town. So that'll do for this part in this record session. I was kind of getting worried there. I was like, oh, we're going to go over 50 minutes here? Nah, we just about got it under 50 minutes. So, we will continue with this chapter in the next part, which will be in the next record session. Because, why do you do 2 parts per record session? Unless I make an exception, and I'm not going to make an exception here. So, yeah. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.